interesting times. This week's stories. Aid to Humanity reaches out to families in Donna, Texas. Vancouver musicians showcase songs of faith in a Band Together concert. Florida Department of Health warns about mosquito-borne illnesses and gives tips on how to prevent them. Hawaii police promote responsible citizenship with a seminar and training for the youth. Texas Trivet Ranch houses a variety of carnivorous plants. Plus, we'll take you skydiving as Eagle News correspondent Michael Hudson takes the leap. This is Eagle News Weekend Edition, broadcasting from Los Angeles, bringing you stories from around the globe. I'm Alan Basoyahe. Individuals and families in Donna, Texas received help from the Aid to Humanity project of the Iglesia Ni Cristo. A volunteer who was once homeless said this event was a great opportunity to give back. Eagle News correspondent Diane Pasion with the details. Take a look.
In South Texas, the border of Mexico, known as the Rio Grande Valley, is valued for its agriculture and warm climates. This region, however, also suffers a high poverty rate. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 29.5% of residents in Hidalgo County live in poverty. And in Donna, Texas, that rate climbs to 34.9%. But on this particular day, volunteers from all over Texas and surrounding states traveled hundreds of miles to lend a helping hand to residents in the Rio Grande Valley.
We're here today in the city of Donna, Texas, where the Iglesia Ni Cristo has established an Aid to Humanity to help the local families who are in need.
On October 31st, the Iglesia Ni Cristo, through its charitable arm, the Felix Y. Manalo or FYM Foundation, conducted an Aid to Humanity in Donna, Texas, a small city in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley. During the event, over 1,700 care packages containing food and household items were given to the city of Donna. Free medical screening and flu shots were provided to the community by volunteer medical practitioners. Clothes donated by the Iglesia Ni Cristo members were also offered to families and individuals alike. Musical performances, a magic show, and a bouncy castle provided entertainment for families and children. Volunteers also distributed hot meals and free refreshments to those who attended the event.
Volunteering for Aid for Humanity is such a blessing. I once was in there shooting needing groceries and something to wear, and people would volunteer and have these organizations and programs for us when I was out there at that time homeless and needed food and shelter. So it is a great privilege to come back and God, restore you, and you turn around and reach back and help.
The church has done Aid to Humanity activities all around the world. Our brethren in Edinburgh, we came out to the city for the past 3 weeks, and we were able to go to shopping centers. We went to assisted living facilities. We also went to City Hall to help promote the activity. And they told us, about certain areas here that are in need of basic necessities. And so when they heard about our Aid to Humanity project, they were elated and they were happy. And so they gave us the venue free of charge. And some of the city workers also helped promote the activity, especially for the city of Donna. The city of Donna is a low-income area. And so when they found out about this activity, they were excited. And so a lot of people came.
My name is Domenica Ortiz, and I'm from the city of Alton, Texas.
How far is that from here?
It's about an hour.
And so how did you find out about this?
A friend of ours told us.
And tell us about this whole region.
We get paid minimum wage here, so especially during the city of Donna, work is very slow right now. Everybody's struggling. So I was very thrilled to know that there was help go first, providing health care, getting screened for the glucose, the flu shot, because a lot of us don't have any medical benefits, and also providing for food for our home.
Like, who did you bring here with you today?
I brought my mom with me today and my sister-in-law, so it was a family function.
The noble purpose of this activity today, Aid to Humanity, is to help those who are in need, which is also connected to the book of Proverbs 3:27, wherein it says, when possibly can, do good to those who need it.
On behalf of the City of Donna, I, Gilbert Guerrero, would like to thank the Felix Palano Foundation for the activity in the city. Also, I would like to thank the executive ministry of this church, Brother Eduardo Malalo, for having these activities in our city. Thank you very much.
From what I saw today, the large turnout that came to the event, it was a huge impact to the community. They heard about it, they came out. It was people that needed the help, got it.
Through the years, hundreds of thousands have been helped by the Iglesia Ni Cristo through its socio-civic program.
I actually think it was very well organized. I was extremely impressed by the video, the way it was organized, especially putting Christ's name out there. I think it's one of the most important things. I had never heard about your church, but I'm definitely going to go and research more information about your church. But we're so blessed to have you guys organize such a wonderful event to provide for the elders and for families who are low in income.
What joy I get from participating in this is the service for the Lord. He blessed us to be able to bless others.
I want to thank the people involved with Aid to Humanity for taking their time and their effort to come down to our city and helping our community in health, clothing, anything they can help us with. Of course, I'm very happy. I'm very honored to be here with you guys today, that you guys came to our city and you chose the city of Donna. Thank you very much. Really, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.
Reporting from Donna, Texas, I'm Diane Pasion, your Eagle News correspondent. We are one with 2025.
Thank you, Diane. Meanwhile, musicians in Vancouver share their faith at a Band Together concert with songs of inspiration and strength. Eagle News correspondent Arnie Aquino spoke to some of them. Take a look.
For one night only, here at the Michael J. Fox Theater, local musicians will showcase their talents to an eagerly awaiting crowd. The event was organized by members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, for visitors to enjoy the songs of faith that they put together. When asked why they decided to perform for this event, this is what the musicians had to say.
Pakita daw yung talent. Opo, yun po yun. Para makapakita namin yung hilig namin sa musika. Yung unang kanta, I Will Serve. Para sa Diyos, para sa Ama. Tsaka, ibig sabihin ng kanta ay kahit anong mangyari, man pagsubok, patuloy pa rin kaming
Ano po yun ulit?
maninindigan po kami sa aming kahalalan. Make everything right. Ano po siya parang isang panalangin ng paghingi ng tawad sa Ama. Kaya para po yun sa lahat ng mga kapatid na nandito na yun nga, napakinggan yung ginawa namin. Sana naramdaman nila yung naramdaman namin habang tinutugtog namin yung kanta.
Hindi lagi yung may gantong event kasi para sa akin, kasi tumutugtog din ako. Bilang musician, lengguwahe kasi music and it's just another medium para ma-relay mo yung message mo sa iba. Kaya maganda pakinggan na may mga iba't ibang kapatid na may mga talento sa music at na nagagamit namin yun bilang medium para ma-relay yung messages namin.
Ito'y napaka magandang pagkakataon, lalong-lalo na sa mga kapatid natin na mahilig sa musika. At ganun din po ay magkaroon sila ng inspirasyon Hindi lang kagaya ng tula. Hindi lang sa pagtula, itatranslate natin, lalagyan ng musika, at ialay po natin sa Panginoong Diyos para maging inspirasyon po ito, hindi lang sa mga kapatid natin sa iglesia, kundi sa lahat ng tao sa buong mundo na mayroon talagang tunay na pagliligtas sa araw ng paghuhukom.
Event host Paul Oligado tells us why this event was organized.
This was organized and put together because there are a lot of brethren that do want to perform, and there's lots of talent in the church. And this was a venue for them to show their talent, and not only just to show their talent to other people, but to also praise God. So it's a wonderful opportunity to do that.
Iglesia Ni Cristo minister Brother Edgar Allen Hale shares what he hopes guests would take away from this event.
We are hoping that the guests, not only that they would attend this kind of gathering, but they would continue to listen to the words of God being upheld by the church, because that is truly the very meaning of this, to share our faith in music, but most of all that they would know about the true Church of Christ.
From Vancouver, my name is Arnie Aquino, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Arnie. Coming up, Florida Department of Health warns about mosquito-borne illnesses and gives tips on how to prevent them. Hawaii police promote responsible citizenship with a seminar and training for the youth. Eagle News Weekend Edition will return shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Eagle News Weekend Edition coming to you from Los Angeles. I'm Alan Basoyahe. Have you ever been bitten by those tiny but fierce insects called little flies, or better known as mosquitoes? The Florida Health Department explains to us the danger of mosquito bites and shares tips on how we can prevent them from having us for a meal. Eagle News correspondent Melissa Allen reports.
In the state of Florida, just about as ubiquitous as palm trees and sunshine are the mosquitoes. With their thin and fragile appearance, it's uncanny that these tiny creatures are considered the world's deadliest animals. That's because these blood-sucking insects have the ability to carry and transmit disease to both animals and people. According to the World Health Organization, mosquitoes cause millions of human deaths each year. Mosquito-borne diseases typically found in Florida include West Nile virus disease, Eastern equine encephalitis, and St. Louis encephalitis. ABC spoke with the Florida Department of Health in Polk County about their arbovirus surveillance program. Dr. Liza Koblausing is a biological scientist in their epidemiology department.
We examine the human side of surveillance, but in conjunction with human diseases, we're cognizant of what is going on in the arboviruses in the mosquito population and in what we call sentinel chickens. And so when there's a 10% increase in our sentinel chicken flock, that is one of the parameters to issue the advisory.
So far in 2019, the Florida Department of Health has issued almost 24 mosquito-borne illness alerts and advisories in several counties across the state, 5 of which were issued in the month of October alone. In their efforts to protect the public from mosquito-borne disease, the Florida Department of Health also works in conjunction with the county's mosquito control unit.
They are the experts on mosquito surveillance, and we keep in very close communication with them, and they let us know where we're seeing increased numbers of mosquitoes carrying certain viruses, certain arboviruses within our counties.
Applying insect repellent is one of the recommended methods of protection against mosquito bites. Dr. Koblausing gave some tips on what to look for in an effective repellent.
it should contain at least 30% DEET. So you also want to keep in mind the length of time that you spend outdoors. So the longer that you're outside, you want to have a compound with at least that 30%, and the more of DEET that's in the product will provide coverage for a longer period of time.
For babies and small children, however, the guidelines on insect repellent are different.
Mosquito repellent can be used in children. However, you do not want to use it in children under the age of 2 months. And there's another type of mosquito repellent. It's called oil of lemon eucalyptus. You do not want to use that in children under the age of 3. And there's another compound called picaridin, which is also used for arbovirus protection as well, and can be used against ticks and other arboviruses. But that's something that should not be applied directly to the skin, so that you apply those things to your clothing, to camping equipment even, your shoes, but not ever directly onto your skin.
Aside from applying insect repellent, there are other things that people can do to deter mosquito bites.
What we call cover and drain. So covering yourself is one part of the cover. But you also want to make sure there's no standing water around your house. So anything that collects water, whether it's buckets or drums or toys or flower pots, anything that can collect water.
According to the CDC, 2019 was a record-breaking year for the Eastern equine encephalitis virus. Despite Florida's warm climate and thriving mosquito population, none of the 35 human cases were reported in the state. Signing off from the Florida Department of Health in Polk County, I'm Melissa Allen, and always 1 with 25.
Thanks, Melissa. In Hawaii, police campaigned for responsible citizenship by hosting a seminar and training for the youth. Eagle News correspondent Mio Acenas with the details.
Integrity, respect, fairness. These words inscribed on the flag of the Honolulu Police Department are the same values that HPD promoted to a group of young men and women who recently took part in the Youth Citizens Police Academy, the first of its kind in 15 years. The 5-day, 3-weekend training event took place at the HPD's headquarters in downtown Honolulu and its training facility in Waipahu. Classes included cyberbullying, drug and alcohol awareness, traffic safety, and laws pertaining to juveniles. Participants also visited the department's crime lab, training academy, and SWAT facilities. According to HPD, the Youth Citizens Police Academy was created to engage the youths in a positive environment and encourage them to make positive choices. 43 young men and women, ages 13 to 20, took part in the program. Another outreach activity is the Law Enforcement Explorers Program, or LEAP, which is open to young adults ages 14 to 20. LEAP is a year-round event that introduces participants to hands-on police work, as well as to national competitions and community service projects. For more information on the Youth Citizens or Law Enforcement Explorers Program, visit honolulupd.org. From Honolulu, Hawaii, I'm Mio Acenas with Eagle News, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Mio. When we come back, let's get familiar with some carnivorous plants housed at the Texas Triffitt Ranch. And we'll take you skydiving as Eagle News correspondent Michael Hudson takes the leap. Eagle News Weekend Edition will return shortly. Stay with us. And we're back. This is Eagle News Weekend Edition coming to you from Los Angeles. I'm Alan Basoyahe. They are plants that trap and consume protozoans or animals. Let's get to know some of them as Eagle News correspondent Ninita Manawis visits the Texas Triffitt Ranch. Here's the report.
If you're in the market for meat-eating plants, the Texas Triffitt Ranch offers a wide selection of carnivorous plants.
Hello, my name is Paul Riddell. I'm the proprietor of the Texas Trifid Ranch, Dallas's pretty much only carnivorous plant gallery, and this is my collection of plants. And what I have here is, right now on this table here are a cross-section of beginner plants for people who are just starting to get into carnivorous plants. And with all the enclosures across here, these are all custom created enclosures. Go ahead and show off rare and not so rare species of carnivore from pretty much all over the world. Started with carnivores. I took a position in Tallahassee here back in 2002. And Tallahassee has more variety in carnivorous plants than almost anywhere else in the world. And in fact, Jeff Vandermeer, the author of the novel Annihilation, and for those of you who've seen the novelization, was in fact the individual who encouraged me to come out to Tallahassee in the first place. And the job that brought me out there didn't last very long, but the love for the carnivores never stopped. Most of them are fairly easy. The main concerns are lots of light and rainwater or distilled water only. Especially in the Dallas area, you cannot use municipal water out here unless it's run through a reverse osmosis system because it's just so salty and it's so alkaline. For very easy ones, the first thing is I don't recommend fly traps. Fly traps I do not recommend to beginners because they are very, very temperamental. They require a lot of light, 6 to 8 hours of direct sun every day. They are rather fussy about their water quality, and they have to go dormant over the winter. They have to sleep in cooler conditions, or else they will wear out and die. So there are quite a few that are much easier to start off with. The Cape Sundew here, for instance, is a good example here. This is native to far southern South Africa. And the Cape Sundew does very nicely underneath a desk lamp with a 100-watt equivalent LED light bulb in it. Set it in about that far, and that's more than enough light for them. They thoroughly enjoy the cooler temperatures that are in most offices. Then I have the spoonleaf sundew, which I also very highly recommend for beginners. Spoonleaf sundew here doesn't get particularly big, but it does form colonies. They'll go ahead and spread out. Ultimately, given a chance, this will fill this entire jar. It'll take a few years, but it'll get there. And then as far as interesting plants you can enjoy all year round, the various Nepenthes species have quite a few hybrids. This one is a purebred. This is Nepenthes ventricosa. They do very, very nicely for beginners. You start them out in a small container and then move them to a larger one as they grow. And if you want outdoors, we have the Sarracenia over here. These are native to the Gulf Coast of North America, and these actually do very nicely in container gardens. So long as you're using rainwater, distilled water only, and you're using pure sphagnum moss on them, they will keep growing year after year and will ultimately fill the container.
Reporting from Dallas, Texas, this is Nanita Manawis, your EBC correspondent. Always one with 25.
Thank you, Nanita. In other news, have you ever thought of skydiving? Yes, diving off of a plane high up in the sky. That kind of thing. It's indeed an extreme sport, and Eagle News correspondent Michael Hudson takes us to his first time trying this nerve-wracking adventure. Mike.
How you doing, everybody? Michael with Eagle Sports here. I'm here at Upolu Airport in beautiful Big Island, Hawaii. Today, I'm going to be going skydiving. I want to take you guys on a journey with me because this is my first time, and I want to show you how fun and exciting this extreme sport is. Let's go check it out. If you didn't know so already, skydiving can be one of the most terrifying things you can do in your life. I mean, you're going up 10,000 feet in the air, jumping off a plane, and parachuting to the ground. So I went to one of the skydiving firms on the island called BIG Skydiving. I had the pleasure of jumping with Kwa and JR, who are the owners of the company, and they have over 5,000 jumps on their resume. Leading up to the jump, we sign waiver forms and are given specific instructions on how to jump, how to position our bodies, and also the equipment checks. Hey guys, so I'm all strapped up, went through the class, and now we're about to go jump. Let's do it.
Sounds good. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Let's do it.
After skydiving for the first time, I was convinced that this activity is exhilarating, it's exciting, and it can be so much fun. I mean, you're up in the air peacefully, just looking around, beautiful sights around you, and it's something that you can never experience again.
All right, Michael. First jump in the books over the Big Island, Hawaii. Not too bad.
Yes, sir. Oh, it was amazing. Crazy out-of-body experience, life-changing. It's amazing.
It's crazy. Could you do it again?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mahalo, Christian aloha.
Oh my gosh, guys, that was incredible. Out-of-body experience, life-changing experience. I'm so happy I was able to do it. So reporting from Big Island, Hawaii at Upolu Airport, I'm Michael Hudson, and I'm 1 with 25.
Thanks, Mike. That is this week's Eagle News Weekend Edition. Join us next week for stories from our bureaus across the nation and around the globe. Visit our websites at eaglenews.net and eaglenewslive.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenews and on facebook.com/eaglenews. Thank you for watching. I'm Alan Bastiaje. I'm 1 with 25.